Thank you, fellow Toastmaster, and our guest, Karen. I think I did the first role of leadership. I dubbed half of my work on VJ when he gave my introduction, so I think I have achieved that goal. But really, what I want to talk about is the last 3 years. We are the generation. We weren't here during the Great Depression. So what are the most significant events? Most everybody in this room is in the 30 to 50 age group. And if you are not, forgive me. We have lived through great financial crisis. Our kids now know a lot more name of the countries than we did growing up. India and China and Philippines were not on the map 10 years ago. And now they are on our face all the time. So what happened in the last 3 years? What bad things happened? People lost income, people lost their job, people lost their homes. Everything was depressing. The socioeconomic cost was broken families, kids without parents, people have no place to live. We have lowered our standard of living. I remember when I came to Lansing in '85, an average hourly wage for a GM worker was $17 an hour. Right or wrong, I don't want to debate that. The same job is done by a worker now for $8. And those of us who support family, you know you cannot support family for $8 an hour. We have a broken infrastructure. I had a family visiting from India 2 weeks ago, first time, and they said, we like everything, but how come your roads are so bad? Even India has better roads now. I said, because you took our money and you are building roads. But that's the reality. We have more broken infrastructure. We have weak government services. Government cannot support everything because there is no money. And most citizens don't want to pay taxes, they want all the services. So those are the bad things happen. What are the good things which has happened in the last 3 years? I think we all have come to appreciate the good times we had. If you stop and think, we had the best times ever, especially those of us who were adult between 1991 and 2002. I think those were the golden times. And now we look back and appreciate what we had. We have a lower interest rate for the mortgage, 4.75 as of last week. It's the most affordable housing interest rate that you can ever imagine. When I came to this country in '82, the mortgage interest rates were 17%. Compare that to under 5. So those are the good things which happen, and that really allows us to buy. And lower prices and reduced waste. The cars are more efficient. We think about fuel and whatnot. So why am I telling you all this thing? Because with this good and bad, we have learned the lesson. The lesson is we need to have a good education system when the world of 7 billion people is really a small world. We are not just competing against Indiana or Illinois. We are competing against South America. We are competing against Asia. We are competing against Russia. So the lesson learned, we need to educate our people. Number 2, we need to take charge. Every time anything goes, the human nature is, ain't me, somebody else. And we need to stop that. We need to stop and take charge of whatever happens around us. We cannot change anything and we cannot control anything, but we can control ourselves, and we can make a difference if we take a charge. The third lesson is that we must plan and secure our future. We were spending like we have a blank check for everything else. We don't learn even from the squirrels. You know, come summer, end of summer, squirrel starts collecting nuts and start burying them. What do? Come summer, every extra dime we have, we buy boat, we take vacations, and I'm not saying cut down on your lifestyle, but we need to learn from the squirrels. We need to hide things away. So as a leader, my vision or my mission is to create awareness. The short statement is create awareness about the importance of the education and also how to secure our future. And my vision of that part, how do you create a good education system? First thing, stop blaming teachers for everything. I have raised 2 kids, 24 and 21 or 20. And I myself have done it. Anytime they did not have a good grades, I almost got tempted to blame the teacher or blame the education system. They don't teach you anything. The teacher is this and teacher is that. We need to stop that. We need to take charge. If my child is not being educated, it is my responsibility to spend more time with my child. That mentality has to go out. My mission and my vision, and you are going to be my ambassador after this speech. If I convince you, and that's the purpose of this speech, is to you need to go out at every social gathering and repeat the message. We need to start educating our kids. We talked about this few weeks ago about high school graduation. If you really want to create an importance of education, start the high school graduation celebration. I think we have set a milestone. High school graduation is a big deal and people end there. I think we need to raise the bar. Everybody must have 4-year college education. Otherwise you are not competing against China and India. Forget about it. Because I came from India and I know every woman gets a free education up to the 4-year college degree, even today. And it was then when I left the country in the 80s. We have to pay for it. There is nothing which comes without any cost. So we have to pay for it. But to educate kids up through the high school, really, I sincerely mean it. High school graduation, if you go to some of the graduation, it looks like there is a wedding in the family. People spend more money on graduation than a wedding. And then that gives a wrong message to a child that I don't need to go any further. Stop that. So we need to start educating people. Make it more affordable and more meaningful. Our education is like a navigation system. I need to go there and get a job. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to enrich yourself with the knowledge. And do we do that? No. I have argument with my kids all the time. Whenever we are driving, they have this nice navigation on their phone. That go this, that go that. And a year ago, we were dropping my daughter to Pittsburgh in her college. And first time we were driving through the mountains and that system stopped. And I had the map. I said, Dad, just stop. I said, don't panic, I have my map, which you hate. Most kids today, I have a lot of nephew and nieces. One of my niece always makes a joke. My uncle's lifetime mission is to educate me on a map, which I hated. But our education system, we need to broaden the horizon. If I'm going to Grand Rapids, I need to know what is north and what is south of that road. So if anything happens or if there is interesting, I need to do. The second vision was to plan and secure our future. And I had given this survey yesterday and I got some responses. The good thing I got here is that there are 7 people who responded. Everybody saves money. They invest in 401, 457 plan, which is good. Everybody saves between 5 and 20% depending upon their other needs. So those are all the good things. One thing which came out and which bothered me is how do you do the financial planning? Most everybody said except one person, they do it themselves. We take a small child to a swimming lesson because we think they need a professional help. But when it comes to our own financial future, oh, I can do it. I have friends who are going to tell me how to do it. But we never stop and say, why don't I go to Rich? He's a financial planner. I know him. I can trust him. And I'm not promoting him. He did not ask me to. But get a professional help. If you really want to make a difference. If Rich made $1, I'm sure he's going to make $2 extra to you, which you weren't going to make on your own other than 401. So if you are going to plan and secure our future, we are doing most of the things, but we need to educate. We just cannot give him charge of our finances. We need to educate ourselves, but get his help to make sure we understand. So if Rick packs his bag and goes to Grand Rapids or Texas, in between, we know what we are doing. So fellow Toastmasters, my mission is, let's go out and tell people, high school graduation doesn't mean anything today. it really doesn't mean anything. Because high school graduates, most of them right now, they cannot write with their hands. They can type with 5 fingers. So we need to educate, make it more affordable, and let's take charge and be responsible for everything what happens around us, and take charge. And that's my hope, that you will be my ambassador in spreading the words. Otherwise, we are not going to leave any bequest to our kids. We will be leaving them a lot of debt against their will, and they'll have to pay for it. Mr. Toastmaster.